The Highway Ghost. As the moon cast its feeble light through the dense canopy of trees lining the desolate highway, Mark gripped the steering wheel of his car tightly, his knuckles turning white with tension. He had been driving for hours, eager to return home after a long tour, but now found himself lost in the depths of a dark, forbidding forest. With each passing mile, the trees seemed to close in around him, casting sinister shadows across the road. Mark's heart pounded in his chest as he realized he was running low on fuel. Desperation gnawed at him as he scanned the horizon for any sign of civilization. Then, like a beacon of hope in the darkness, he spotted a shabby, decrepit house nestled among the trees. It stood alone, a solitary outpost in the sea of darkness. Mark hesitated for a moment, his instincts warning him of the danger that lay ahead, but the thought of being stranded in the forest spurred him onward. Parking his car in front of the house, Mark stepped out into the chilly night air, his breath misting before him. He approached the front door, his footsteps echoing ominously in the stillness of the night. With a trembling hand, he rapped on the door, praying for someone, anyone, to answer. To his relief, the door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit interior. As Mark stepped inside, he was greeted by the sight of a beautiful woman standing before him. Her long, flowing hair cascaded down her shoulders, and her eyes sparkled like jewels in the faint light. "Welcome, traveler," she said, her voice soft and melodious. "I've been expecting you." Relief flooded through Mark as he stepped further into the house, grateful for the warmth and shelter it provided. The woman led him to a cozy sitting room, where a fire crackled merrily in the hearth. But as Mark settled into a chair, he couldn't shake the feeling of unease that lingered in the air. As the night wore on, Mark couldn't help but notice the strange behavior of his hostess. She spoke in riddles and half-truths, her eyes flickering with a hidden darkness beneath their surface. And yet, despite his growing sense of unease, Mark found himself drawn to her, captivated by her otherworldly beauty. But as the hours slipped away and the darkness outside deepened, Mark began to realize the terrible truth. The woman who had welcomed him into her home was no ordinary hostess. She was a ghost, trapped in the forest for eternity, luring unsuspecting travelers to their doom. With a sinking heart, Mark knew he had to escape before it was too late. But as he made a move to leave, the woman's facade slipped away, revealing the twisted, monstrous creature that lurked beneath. With a blood-curdling scream, Mark fled into the night, his heart pounding with terror as he raced to escape the clutches of the lady ghost and the dark, deep highway forest.